welcome to the 2022 State of the District. I'm your Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Alfonso Jimenez. I'm glad to be with you this evening to be able to showcase all of our programs, highlight our accomplishments, and also talk about what we have to look forward this new school year. I know this hasn't been easy this year. We're in the middle of a pandemic. We're in the middle of a surge. Originally, this State of the District was going to be in person, but because of the surge, we're coming to you virtually. So we hope you're able to engage with us, stay with us on this journey as we tell our story of all of our accomplishments this year. Our vision statement, learning forward, building bolder, is our motto that we have taken on this year, and really showcasing how we are using our resources to provide the best education for our students. And so our vision of our district is to provide a community that is committed to developing lifelong learners who value themselves and the diversity of all people, apply decision-making skills, leading to responsible actions, and use creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving in meeting the challenges of a changing society. Our district goals. We have 6 district goals, and I'd like to tell you about them. Our first goal, students will succeed in meeting and achieving high academic standards, is something that we strive and do every day. You will see this play out in our classrooms. You will see this play out in our professional development and our leadership development. Let me tell you about our goal 2. Our goal 2 is to provide an innovative learning environment and a challenging course of study to meet the unique needs of every student. What that involves is providing an amazing learning environment where children are learning to maximize their potential, and also providing the spaces where students can collaborate, integrate new technologies, and also focus on the future. Our goal 3, retain quality personnel and demonstrate strong, positive leadership that promotes a culture of collaboration and teamwork. And that's to say, we can't do it by ourselves, we need each other. Goal 4, efficiently expend and effectively maximize all resources to fulfill educational priorities. We do our best in ensuring that every single penny, every single dollar is utilized to the best of our abilities for our students in the current year. Our goal 5, providing students and employees with safe, orderly, and clean schools and district sites. And finally, our goal 6, we continue to develop, sustain, and we recognize and promote programs of excellence and strong partnerships with parents and the community. So we not only need our students, our parents, and our guardians, but we also need the community. We need you. We need you here helping and supporting us each and every single day, because a school district is only as strong as its community is involved with it. And so we thank our current partners that we have that are helping us along the way by providing resources, by providing social emotional learning support. We know this is helping our students, and we thank you. I'd like to take this time to really thank our Board of Education. Our Board of Education is made up of 5 members who are elected through you, the community, and they serve on the Board of Education for a 4-year term. And so I'd like to honor our current Board President, Mr. Jeffrey De La Torre, Ms. Christine Salazar, who's our Vice President, also Dr. Joseph K. Chang, Board Clerk, and Mr. Anthony Duarte, Board Member, and Ms. Stephanie Serrano, Board Member. So a little bit of statistics about our district. We want to make sure that we sustain our enrollment, and we do that by providing effective programs that keep our students here in the district. And our district is very diverse, as you can see from the slide with all of the different ethnicities we have in our district, but we do our best to make sure that we are all working together for the benefit of our students. And so you see the expenses, a breakdown, what we spend our funds on. Obviously the majority within any school district, funding is going to be based on educating students, and typically the funds make up the most in your certificated salary. So that is what you do see there on the graphic. Employee benefits being next, followed by some of the other operating costs that we have in the district, and also our classified employees. You know, they also make that part of it, books and other supplies and other operating expenses. I'd like to spend some time talking to you about our district accomplishments because we have many. One of the accomplishments that you see here on the screen is the California Reading Report Card Proficiency Honors. We were noted in a study that was done in California of the most effective districts in early literacy. And so we were fortunate to be able to be identified in that study because our teachers are making great gains with our students in the classroom. And we see that in this study. Another accomplishment is our California Democracy School project. And this is a project that has been at Workman High School for quite some time. But what is very interesting and fascinating about this program is that it is led by our students. Our students become very knowledgeable about issues that are happening in the community, issues that are happening within their school, and how to advocate for them. And so I've been very pleased to see our students become activists around issues that really matter. And our next project here that we want to make sure we celebrate is our California Model School program. Now, this is a state program done by the California Department of Education that looks at all of our alternative education schools around the state and highlights and honors those that are making great strides and gains in student achievement. And we are pleased to learn recently our school and students received that official notification that they were receiving this honor. And so we are sharing it here now for the first time publicly. And so we want to say congratulations to the students there, to the staff, and to the teachers and the principal, Mr. Martinez, that works every day above and beyond to ensure we have the best for our students. Other district accomplishments. Given the pandemic, we actually had to shift to providing alternative forms of instruction for our students. And so we had an increase in our independent studies program. And currently we have about 250 students in the independent studies program where parents have let us know that they wanted a different type of programming option for their student because they weren't quite ready. Our next program is the Posse Scholarship program at La Puente High School. Now this is a program that keeps our students together in a cohort. They get admitted to the university in this program and they go as a group. And so we know that college achievement is highly related to being in a collaborative program such as a Posse Scholarship program. So we're happy to report that our students at La Puente High School, there's a good group of them who received this honor. And so we look forward to hearing all about their accomplishments once they get to the college space. We are pleased to say that we have a 5-year cohort adjusted graduation rate of 96.5%. And so that just doesn't happen automatically. It happens through all of the work that our teachers and staff are doing at the school sites. And so we're pleased to know that our students are doing well and they are graduating. With respect to the U.S. News and World Report K-8 schools, we also have schools that were honored by the U.S. News and World Report for best high school programs. All of our high schools were honored and made the list. We also received news that we were honored by Forbes as a top 50 employer. And so we received that honor last year, and this year that honor was followed up with the best employer for veterans. We support all of our veterans in our district, and we are honored to be able to name a Forbes Best Employer for Veterans. So we thank our veterans for their service, and we thank them for always being there and going above and beyond for our students. Additional district accomplishments. We have Title I Achieving Schools, and that's an honor that happens every other year. The California Department of Education honors our schools for that. We also have California Business for Educational Excellence schools, where a school receives an honor for consistently improving student achievement for 3 years in all subgroups. That's no easy task. That's something that requires the work of the teachers, the staff, the principals. And so we are pleased to report that we had one of our schools receive that honor last year, and they are continuing to utilize that as a way to move forward, driving the instruction and driving the support for our students academically and also social emotionally. So we're proud to say that our schools have received this honor. Also, our schools have received California Gold Ribbon Award, and so that is an honor that was bestowed upon schools when we didn't have the California Distinguished School Program, so we have schools that have received that. Also, the California School Boards Association Golden Bell Award, which is something that our district have received honors for, and so we are proud of the programs that our district has provided. Also, we have a National Blue Ribbon School in our district, and that is not an easy task at all because that requires a strenuous review process where the California Department of Education as well as the National Department of Education send reviewers to the school sites, and they look at all the academic programs and what the school is doing. And so we're pleased to report that we do have National Blue Ribbon Schools as well as the California Distinguished School Award. So these are all honors that require strenuous review and application because not all schools receive it. We also have schools that receive the Civic Learning Award, and that is a program that's part of the California Department of Education to promote civic education. Not only do we focus on the academics in Hacienda La Puente, but we also focus on civics, what it means to be a great citizen in our great society, because our district's mission and vision talks about that. And so we're excited to report that we actually have Civic Learning Award schools in our district. Now, I am pleased to announce for the first time that we have the Schools to Watch program in our district. This year, we were fortunate to receive this honor for Newton Middle School and Orange Grove Middle School. They actually applied to receive this award, and we learned in December that they actually had completed the vetting process, they had completed the review process, and so we want to congratulate both Newton and Orange Grove for being a National Forum School to Watch and also a California Schools to Watch schools. So those schools will be honored in Monterey in March and also in June in the national program in Washington, D.C. So we will be joining them along with some of our board members to honor them, and our administrators, our principals, and our teachers will be there as well. And so this is an exciting program because it doesn't mean that you rest on your laurels and you stop there. The learning continues, the focus continues. So we want to honor, once again, Newton and Orange Grove Middle School for being a National School Forum and a California Schools to Watch. We also want to honor our Teacher of the Year for the Hacienda La Puente Unified School District, and that is Ms. Dina De La O Johnson. I've also been able to visit her classroom and see her in action, and Ms. De La O Johnson is an amazing teacher, I can tell you that. Anybody would be lucky to have their child in her classroom because she makes learning come alive. She's one of many because we have many great teachers in our school district. Another initiative I'd like to talk to you about today is our labor management initiative. And this is an initiative where district administration joins in with our associations that we have in our school district, working together with the Labor Management Initiative Institute. And so this is a process. It's not a single day type of thing, but it's a process. It's a process where we come together, we collaborate, we discuss, we focus on what are some challenges that we have and how we can best get through them. And so I'm pleased to say that we've had already 2 great sessions with our Labor Management Initiative teams and our district administration, and it's not easy, but they're going well. We're getting through a lot of amazing content, and so I want to thank our Hacienda La Puente Teachers Association, as well as our CSEA, our California School Employees Association, and our Service Employees International Union, SEIU, for their support in this program and ensuring that we have collaboration, communication, all for the benefit of our students. So look forward to some of the other information that'll be coming because we'll be meeting soon. And so I'm excited about that because it ensures that we are talking with each other and it exemplifies the great district that we have. Another initiative that I'd like to highlight is our UC Davis C-STEM program. So this is a program where we are bringing coding to the classroom. And so we were honored this year to have some of our teachers and administrators receive recognition from UC Davis. And highlighting here, we have Ms. Marissa Blessum and Ms. Sam Higbee, who are both teachers who have gone above and beyond to ensure that our students are learning about coding and how to integrate it with math and how to integrate it with science. And so these are teachers that exhibit true professionalism of everything that they are doing in the classroom using research-based practices. And so we're excited to see that because we know these are the type of experiences that will help our students in the future, because a lot of jobs in the future rely on coding, rely on technology. So we thank these teachers for everything that they are doing every single day to ensure that our students have this advantage. And continuing on, as I mentioned earlier, not only our teachers are part of this, but also our administrators. Our principal, Ms. Rosie Sanapi, who has been implementing this program at her school, has done a very nice job ensuring that her teachers are being able to be supported, to be guided, and also our students, because this is something that our students need to be successful in the future. So we thank Ms. Rosie Sanapi for her leadership with this program. And also we'd like to thank Ms. Joanne Chan. She's been an amazing administrator, being able to ensure that all of our schools that are part of CSTEM are able to utilize this resource to support our students. So thank you, Ms. Joanne Chan, for your leadership, your support, your guidance, and ensuring that kids have coding opportunities in our schools. Now please enjoy a video from our Summer Activity Learning Program.
These are the Hacienda La Puente 5th grade kits. This set includes 3 distinctive 5th grade kits designed to engage learning with resources that are organized for individual use, whether students are virtual or in the classroom.
Number 4. We can start with our objects.
Put this letter instead. What letter is this? M.
Yeah, like this one, like mitten. Usually when they're...
Or it could be where you're lighting a fire.
And you have 2 zeros. And just add those at the end.
I'm so happy that you're coming to visit me. That's so
I can see my imaginary angle that I'm drawing.
写出多个缺少字母的单词，而这些单词则需要
patrón de bloques magnéticos, un juego magnético.
They help you get creative. Just like the yellow-orange one is bigger. So I suggest you use them over your break.
就是代表着你需要重新把那些东西有没有重新阅读。
This is the lecture vocabulary journal.
This is the daily news practice journal. It's your multiplication and division cards.
Like that.
Yeah.
And one whole pizza. Ta-da! This.
Thank you for the equipment.
I want to show you all my supplies, lecture, and thank you for my supplies. Bye.
I want to thank you for bringing in my supplies. Bye.
This past year, we were very fortunate to be able to utilize our funding from the federal government to be able to provide expanded learning opportunities and programs for our students. And one of these programs that I'm really excited about is our speech and debate program. Now, this is the first full year of speech and debate. We are in our year 2, but this past summer, for the first time ever, we were able to offer a speech and debate camp, and we had over 150 students there. I visited on one of the days in the summer, and it was exciting to see our students warm up in their exercises to help them prepare for their speech and debate competitions. And that was just the beginning, because in this past fall, we have learned that many of our students are doing great. They are scoring first place in some of these tournaments, and they are doing their best. And I really have high expectations and know that our students will be able to reach not only state, because we did have students go to state this past year, but nationals. So that is the goal. So watch out for them, because they are coming. They are coming, and they will be on the map, and you will see them in some of these national competitions. So we're excited for our speech and debate program. Our next program was our District Elementary Summer Learning Program, which we held in person and also online. This was through the pandemic, and our students had both options, and they came in, they did great, and we see some of those results now. Our next program is our Amar's Children's Center. We are fortunate to have an entire school dedicated to early learning, where we have 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, and 4-year-olds who come to school. And so when people ask me, are you a superintendent of 5-year-olds and above? I say, no, we have 2-year-olds, we have infants in some of our programs. And so it's really exciting to know that we really start our students when they're young and all the way up to our adult education program. So we're really excited about the Amar's Children's Center, because one key point about our Amar's Children's Center is that they never close. During the whole entire pandemic, the Amar's Children's Center has been open for our families and our community, because we know many of our community and families needed childcare. And so during this whole pandemic, they are one of the only schools that never closed. So we thank the teachers, the staff there, for remaining open during this whole time period, because we know that was a much needed resource for our families. The next program, our middle school and high school math enrichment program, is a program that was really large scale. It was a very popular program. We actually had many students enrolled in it, and it's something that has been very popular, and we have received awards for the math program. So we continue to offer the program, and this coming summer we'll offer it again, and know that it'll be just as successful as it was this past year. Our next program here is our special education program, who hosted over 150 students on 3 school sites to extend in-person learning. That's right, in-person learning for our special education students over the summer. And so these were all programs that didn't happen just by chance. They happened through careful and deliberate planning with all of our teams. So we want to thank all of our team members for making these programs possible during the summer. Our next programs that I'd like to highlight is our new Pedagogies for Deep Learning, otherwise known for short NPDL. Now this is a program that we are working on expanding. We're working with our schools, we have early adopters, and as we expand the program, we know it's going to make a difference in the classroom. I was fortunate to participate in the conference this year, which was all virtual, and we collaborated and we asked questions from representatives from other countries. We had Australia in there, we had England, we had countries in Latin America all come together to talk about learning. And so the new Pedagogies for Deep Learning is something that will really help support all of our students in their classroom as they receive instruction, because it provides ways for teachers to be able to look at their lesson plans and determine, how am I going to make this lesson richer and deeper for my student. Our C-STEM and robotics programs are also being built out in our schools. And we're proud to report that at Valinda, they recently won a robotics competition, which really highlights the great programming that our C-STEM program provides to our students. So thank you to Valinda for that amazing honor. The next program is our JROTC program, which we have in one of our high schools. And so we're proud of this program, because we know that not all of our students are gonna say, I want to go to college right after I graduate high school. For some, they might want to go to the military. While our goal is for all students to be college and career ready so that they have the option, we know that students take on different roads, and we want to make sure that they have all of the options possible. So we're excited about providing JROTC, and we look forward to the accomplishments they will have in this upcoming year. Our next program is our International Baccalaureate program, otherwise known as IB. And this program is at one of our high schools, And what this program does is that it ensures that our students receive a international diploma that is viewed and honored across the world. And it's also a very competitive program because some districts around us provide it. So we're in competition with those other districts. And so we tell those other districts, watch out because our students are going to be the best in that program. And the next program is our dual immersion program. And so we are pleased to report that we do have this program at some of our schools in our district. And so we have the Spanish program, and you can see there the sites where we have the program at. We have our Mandarin program as well as our Korean program. So there's options here. And being a former bilingual teacher and dual immersion teacher back in the day, I remember these programs for early on, and it was very limited. And now I see that language in our country is valued and it's seen as an asset. And so we do value our students who want to maintain biliteracy and biculturalism to ensure that they can speak two languages. Our next program we want to honor is all of our secondary visual art and STEAM teachers who really work together with their teachers and their administrators to provide a CT curriculum. And so career technical education is something that is really gaining steam, no pun intended, but it's gaining steam all in the schools. And so you hear a lot of folks talk about CTE. What are you doing about CTE? There's a lot of programs with CTE that we know help support students. And so we're looking at ways that we can incorporate CTE not only in high school or even in middle school, but also at the elementary level. How do we build these pathways? So we're working on building these pathways all the way down even to the level of preschool so that we start embedding some of these CTE components at an early age. Now, I mentioned earlier our new pedagogies for deep learning. And so we do have 84 teachers that have been participating with our administrators, and they are focused on this strategy. I talked about the conference. And so this slide here just highlights some of those things that we've been able to do. And we know this is a start. I mentioned earlier the Global Deep Learning Labs. You know, we have this program where our students are able to showcase their learning. And the conference that I mentioned was a conference that also had students involved. And so we were fortunate to have 2 of our school sites showcase their students' projects. So these Global Deep Learning Labs, it's really about that. It's about our students. How do our students connect with real world context? I'd like to highlight another program, which is our Science Olympiad program. This has been a program that has been successful in our district. And I know last year we held it virtually, so it was quite different from what our community is used to. And this year we are receiving news that it will probably continue virtually, which is different for us. But we know our students are ready for the program because they're showcasing what they can do in science. Also engineering. We have Amazon engineering spaces in our schools. And so this program is slowly expanding, and you'll start to see more of that where you have these maker spaces. And you're saying, well, what's a maker space? Well, it's exactly that. It's a space where you make. And so you integrate technology, you integrate coding, you integrate robotics so that students are able to use their science knowledge, their science thinking, their problem solving, their decision making to be able to be in a space where it mirrors the actual workplace. The other program we like to highlight is the work that our Tech-TOSers do. And this is just one example of a program that they utilize, which is called Flipgrid. And so in this program, they're able to integrate technology, they're able to incorporate the content that kids are learning, and they're able to showcase it using Flipgrid. And so we're glad to see that our Tech-TOSers are teaching others how to do it. And if you haven't seen their work, you can follow them on social media or look for our district website for information as to all the programs that they are pushing out, because they have a YouTube channel as well that also highlights all of the knowledge that they have and how they are partaking this knowledge and sharing with others. So thank you to our Tech-TOSers for their wonderful work in promoting technology literacy, coding, robotics, and STEM across the curriculum. Another program is our Youth Court program. And so this is a program that our district has won awards for and has won a California School Boards Association award for providing an authentic way where students could come together, make decisions, real world decisions about students and how students could become better. And so it's an alternative form of decision making regarding discipline. And so it's something that our district has had. And so thank you to our administrators for providing this program and working with our students. So thank you to our youth court team. Next program we'd like to highlight is our one-to-one technology. Now, given the pandemic, our district had to completely roll out computers to all of our students. And so I'm pleased to say that every student in our district has a one-to-one device, but in reality, we're really 2-to-1. That's a secret. Don't tell anybody else. Don't tell the districts unless you really want them to be mad at you. But we really have a 2-to-1 program because our students have not only their laptop for them to have at home, but also we have laptops in the classroom. Another program we have is our PSAT for 9th to 10th graders. And so this is a test that students have to take for admission eventually for some of the schools that still accept it. Notice I said that still accept it. The California State Universities and the UCs have all voted not to utilize the SAT anymore, but we still offer it because we know that some of our students go to private schools for college. And so we want to make sure that no matter what school they choose, or if they decide to go out of state schools still require the SAT. So this is something that we provide for our students because that gives them an avenue for scholarships. Another program is our advanced placement program. So our students are able to take the AP test and be able to score a 3, 4, or 5, they're able to get college credit. So this is something that's been around for a long time. All of our high schools have the advanced placement program. And so we know that that's something that'll help them because it'll take off some of the college stress by having to take less courses when they get to college. So we thank our students for their dedication because an AP class is not a regular class. It is college rigor. So we want to thank our students for hanging in there with us and being able to be successful. Our next program is our virtual college and career fair. Now this was something that we have done now since I've been here these past 2 years, and it was very successful because it was all done online. Students could access the resources, they could access the programs, so that way they would know exactly how to engage with the college process because it's not easy. It talks about how to navigate the system. They get workshops on how to prepare for college, how to prepare for funding, and so that's something that we've been able to provide alongside our Assembly member Calderon, who's been our partner with this college fair over the years. And so this is something that we are proud of and we're excited to continue to have. Another program here is our after school program. And this is something that we have a grant. We have a grant for this program to provide after school programming for our students. And so we thank our partners at Del Haven Center as well as the Boys and Girls Club for providing this program. Continuing on and honoring our programs, we have excellent fine arts program across all of our schools. Our athletics programs are amazing. They are winning CIF championships and titles, and so there's just a lot going on with the athletics, and I'm pleased to see that our students, even during this pandemic, they're able to be engaged because we know engagement is very important at this time. So we're excited to see our students engaged in athletics. Our choir program is another program that we are pleased to see still continue. While our students need to have their face masks on, they're still able to perform. And so we know that these performances connects our student and engages them. Our dance program, same thing. Our students have been able to be part of dance this year in our schools, so we're happy to see that they are continuing on with the dance programs, and we know that's connecting them with their school. Our next program is Cheer. And Cheer is a great program for our students because it really highlights discipline, determination, and leadership. Our next program is Leadership. We have leadership programs across all of our high schools and intermediate, and even at the elementary. We have our student councils where students start learning about leadership. And so we know we can instill these leadership programs for students when they're small. As they grow older, they're going to be the next leaders, they're going to be the next principal, they're going to be the next assistant superintendent, and even board members. And so we know we're instilling leadership in our students at a young age all the way through high school. Please enjoy this video on our Army JROTC program.
Hello, my name is Master Sergeant Souza. I am the senior Army instructor here at La Puente High School. Many people think that the program's mission is to kind of gear students towards the military, and that's not really the main mission of the program. The end result is for students to become better citizens. We want high school students to graduate. We want high school students to establish goals and to be productive and take the steps necessary when they graduate from high school to be successful. In this class, the good thing about JROTC is we take anybody. So if you have a positive attitude and you can smile, get along with other people, we want you.
My name is George Salazar. I am a cadet here at La Puente High School. I was put in this class my freshman year. I wasn't really sure about this class in the beginning. As time went by, they have taught me to be not only be a leader, but to help others if they need help with something.
The program teaches the students a lot about themselves, social skills, leadership, respect, and working effectively as a team. A lot of students, they have different abilities when it comes to physical fitness. One of the things that we do is we try to establish teamwork, we try to establish motivation. So I want the students just to try and to apply themselves.
Training at JRTC is great. It's not too hard.
During the football games, JROTC likes to support the school by performing color guard duties. Usually it's for two individuals carry the flags. One is the U.S. flag and one could be the state flag. The other two individuals are the guards, and their job is to protect the colors. So they're nervous. You know, they want to perform well. They know that their friends watching them, their parents in the audience.
First, I feel a little nervous, but then after a while, I see the smile on their face and the gratefulness they have for us being there in the beginning. My family is proud of me. Not only am I helping my school, but I'm also helping the community.
I'm hoping that every time they do color guard, they improve, and we have been doing that.
My name is Dr. Lisa Lopez, and I am the proud principal here at La Puente High School. Some of the benefits that I've personally seen from students that are involved in the JROTC program are really a development of maturity and character, building upon the core of the program and the lessons and the endurance factor. I'm already personally seeing much growth, much motivation, and I'm actually also seeing a lot of leadership qualities coming out in students through their connection and through their participation in the program.
I feel that this program will be beneficial to students because I believe it'll give them the foundations to be successful after high school. So if you have any questions, there's going to be a link and information attached at the bottom of this video, so please feel free to reach out to me.
Our next program we like to talk about is a program that's coming soon. Yes, we have a new program that's coming to you in the fall of 22, and that is the Early College Academy program at Workman High School. And so for those of you who are not sure on what this program is about, it's a program that students are able to get an Associate of Arts degree, an AA degree, by the time they graduate high school. Now this program is in conjunction with Mount SAC, and so we're excited in this partnership because we know that our students are going to do great in the program. And I have been an administrator over some of these programs in my past experience, and I can tell you, you may think students, oh, there's no way they're gonna get an AA degree in 4 years. Well, I'm here to tell you they can. Our next program is our Ethnic Studies program. And so our team has embarked on a process of engaging all stakeholders, including students, parents, the community. And so we're engaged in these listening circles with our community, and I'm pleased to report those have been going great. The board has given us direction to bring together a board resolution that will solidify and honor the expectation that we have for instilling ethnic studies within the curriculum. By the fall of 2022, yes, this coming fall, we will have an ethnic studies course at all of our high schools. But it doesn't stop there. It goes all the way through elementary school, in TK, and in preschool. How do I embed ethnic studies at that grade level so that kids have understanding and are able to appreciate diversity and appreciate the history, the culture, and the assets that everyone brings. And so we're really excited about our Ethnic Studies initiative, and so look forward to it because it's coming to a school near you. The next program is our Virtual Online Academy. That's another program that's coming in the fall of 2022. We are currently in the design phase of our virtual school. It'll provide another option for those families who are still not ready to come in person, or it may just be that their child is embarked in another area. Maybe they're in acting, maybe they do other things that prevents them from coming to school in person. So we're gonna have another option for students, not only in our independent studies program, but also our virtual online school academy. Now, as I shift over, I want to talk to you about our facilities program. So one of the first programs that you see here are some of the upgrades with our solar installation. And so we are moving towards green opportunities across our district. And so we are fortunate to have our solar panels installed at all of our high schools as well as a district office. We recently completed that. And so look forward to the ribbon cutting for that because we want to be able to showcase and highlight the opportunities to be able to take the energy from the sun, have it captured in these cells, and convert it onto the grid for use with electricity. And so that's something that we're excited about because it's been a work in the progress for some years. And so we're glad to say that it's coming to fruition. So the next area I'd like to highlight is the modernization of our classrooms. So you can see here an example of one of those classrooms where they receive new flooring, new paint, new roofing installations, and also just some of the learning spaces in the classroom. I talked earlier about our goals with the learning environments. This is part of it. And so we know the learning environment has a huge impact on whether students achieve. The learning environment needs to be at its best. And so we know these modernized classrooms do provide that for our students. They provide a very innovative space where not only kids can collaborate with each other, they can interact with the technologies that we have installed. It really brings our students to a level similar to the college level. You see the interactive whiteboards, you see the collaborative spaces, you see all of these technologies being implemented, and our students here in Hacienda La Puente Unified School District is getting exactly that. So we're pleased to report that that's well on track. Our Measure BB Bond, as I started off this facility section, sharing, you see some of the examples here, some other examples of the classroom, the learning environment, the seating environment, the technology involved. And so we know that these collaborative spaces truly support our teachers and our students. So we look forward to all of that being finished across all of our school district. And so we did receive direction from the board for a new funding strategy, which was approved to resume the construction and planning for the remaining schools. And so we did have a Measure BB Bond special board meeting back in November, and that is where we received the direction to continue moving forward. Also, the classroom technology that was installed, it was installed in more than 150 classrooms before the first day of school in August by our network and computer services team. And so we want to thank our NCS team for being able to do that as support of the Measure BB Bond. Continuing on with the Measure BB Bond, the projects are divided into phases. So if you attended that special board meeting or you heard about it, you learned that our measures are divided into different phases to get this done. And so currently we are finishing up the schools from the first two phases. And so construction is happening. And so our funding strategy is to ensure that we're able to cover all of the classrooms. Personalized learning with safety and equity. So we want to talk about what we're doing for safety with respect to the current pandemic. So we continue to offer free COVID-19 vaccination clinics. We are currently doing the best that we can to vaccinate all of our students. And so we have received information currently that our vaccination rate right now for 12 through 18-year-olds, it's at 75%. while our vaccination rate for 5 to 11-year-olds is at 23%. We could do better, right? Because we know vaccination is the #1 way to provide the best protection towards the COVID-19 virus that is surging currently as Omicron. Not only have we been providing vaccination clinics, but also testing. So we are doing currently COVID-19 testing at all of our high schools. And some of our intermediate schools are also part of that process. And so we have these clinics on different days of the week. We send information out. We have flyers that have been sent out. We sent them through Parent Square, which is our platform for communicating with our parents and guardians. And along that same note, we have deployed all of our home COVID-19 testing kits. As of last week, we were able to get those all into the hands of our students. And so we know that that's something that'll help contain the virus, because if a student takes a test and know that they are positive, then they won't be at school. So that'll help slow down the virus so that the virus has nowhere to go. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to contain this virus so that it has nowhere to go so we can get out of this pandemic. So continuing on with safety and equity, our team, our NCS team, was able to also replenish our one-to-one laptops for classroom laptop carts. Also, our equity and access department worked on providing backpacks, school supplies, clothing, hygiene products, and also any health services needs that they had for our foster education program. So thank you to our equity and access for continuing to provide all of these opportunities and programs for our students and community. And so the next program I'd like to highlight is the tutor.com program. And this is a platform that's online where students can get homework help 24/7. You heard that right, 24 hours a day. You mean I can call at 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning, I can log onto my computer and contact the tutor.com site to get tutoring support? A live tutor will come on? Yes, 24/7. Now, this next program, Shoes That Fit, that's a program that I know provides shoes for our students. And so we know that we have challenges. Some of our students, it can be difficult getting a new pairs of shoes. And so you see that now where a pair of shoes can cost 60, 70, 80, or even $130 for a pair of tennis shoes. And so we know that's a challenge, and it can become difficult for some of our families to have a really nice pair of shoes that their students could use. Moving on, I want to highlight our holiday reading campaign. So over the break, our students were able to take home packs that was sent to every TK through 12 student over the break so that they could focus on literacy. Also, our Young Learners Technology Initiative program, which provides an iPad in the hands of our elementary kids. I know we started the program at TK to 3rd, but then we started to expand it moving on because we know that our students need to utilize various types of technologies and devices. And that has been coupled with our SORA program, which is the next program I'm highlighting. And this program is our digital library program. Again, similar to tutor.com, it's available 24/7, 7 days a week, 24 hours. Our students could open their iPad, they're able to go to the website and be able to download books and engage with literacy and engage in learning. So glad to see our students focused on reading, because we know reading opens the doors of a new world. Now, this next area relates to our social emotional growth. It's a very difficult time in this pandemic, so it's very important to be able to honor the work of our students, our staff, our teachers, our administrators, everything that they're doing. So social emotional learning and social emotional development and growth is very important. And so we've expanded our partnerships with some of our organizations, first one being Care Solace. This is an organization that provides a platform for students, parents, or anyone in this community to be able to log on onto the website and come to a central place that's just dedicated for the Hacienda La Puente Unified School District, where they can get a live person that will handle their care. If they are feeling stressed, depressed, if they are having suicidal thoughts, if they are having issues or just all of these challenges that they need help with, Care Solace will take care of that. Now, our equity office also provides a teen wellness series, as well as our student and family services working together. They're able to provide the teen wellness series workshops that provide a variety of workshops all throughout the year. So I know on their website, their specific department website, there's information there. We put it out through social media, all the workshops that are coming up. So if you haven't seen this workshop before or haven't participated, go to our district website and you can find the teen workshop series there. Also, the next program I'd like to highlight is our community check-in surveys. And so that's one thing our board has asked us to survey the community on a more frequent basis, do these pulse surveys to get an understanding, an idea as to what the parents are feeling at the time, what the students are feeling, what the students want to see. And so I'm pleased to say that we've been doing more of those pulse surveys to get exactly that, get a pulse of what students are feeling, what our staff is feeling, and what our community is feeling. So you'll be seeing a lot more of that in this coming year. Our school nutrition. So we want to highlight and honor all of the meals that our students were able to get during this time period. And I know it started in the summer where there was a concern, are they going to have meals? Are students going to be able to eat? And so we were able to continue the meal distribution all through the summer. And so we're proud of all the meals that students have received this year at no cost. That was something that the federal government ensured that they were going to honor and fund the student meal program this year. Our special education program. So we have our program that in 2021, our students with disabilities met the California's target in lowering the student dropout rate and discipline rate. That's no easy task. Special education is always under scrutiny in just about any district that you may see because of the numbers of students that get identified for special education. There's always all of this targets that they must meet to ensure that they're meeting the same standards as our students. And so there's always a process of looking at how our students are doing. So we are pleased to report that our students met the target. Also, our students in the Deaf and Hard of Hearing program for infants through 6th grade is a program that we have at one of our elementary schools, and that is something that not too many people know of. So when I mentioned earlier, you have 2-year-olds, oh yes, we have infants that are in the Deaf and Hard of Hearing program. And so this is something that not everybody knows about, that we have this program, but we want to share it with the community that this program is in one of our schools, and we continue to support the work. Now the next program within special education is the Special Education Local Planning Area, which is known as SELPA. We are a single SELPA district, which means that we as a district has to coordinate for special education services, not only for our students, but also students within the surrounding community and areas. So we are responsible for doing that. We partner with the Department of Rehabilitation, Parents Place, the San Gabriel Valley Regional Center, also Mount SAC Disability Services, and the School of Continuing Education. And also, but not least, the Helen Evans Group Home. So these are all partners that work together. We are moving on into our adult education program, and I'm pleased to report that we have the second largest program in the state of California. You heard that right, second largest program of adult education students, and currently we have about 15,000. Our district provides effective courses for our students, whether it's a program that's going to teach our students on how to be a licensed vocational nurse. That's strongly needed. We have an award-winning dental program on our adult education campus. We have courses there for HVAC. We have courses for welding, and we have courses that'll help prepare students for the workforce. And so as I mentioned earlier, not all of our students are going to go to college right when they graduate high school, but some are going to want to do a program in adult education as a stepping stone into another program. One example of that is we know students who want to go become a registered nurse or a physician assistant. They may want to get an LVN credential or certificate first to get their 1,000 hours of hospital clinic experience that they need to be able to be supportive in that program. So we're proud of our adult education program for all the programming that provide across 3 campuses within our school district. Also, our innovative rehabilitation services program is an amazing program that trains and employs 150 disabled adult education students a year. And so that's something that we provide Again, it's a program that's not widely known, but we have disabled adult students that we are responsible for. And they also are learning some skills in how to be independent and how to be in the workplace. And the last part here within this adult education space is the apprenticeship program, which is a program that places our students out in the workplace. So what I mentioned earlier, sometimes our medical programs, students need to get clinic hours. Well, this is one way they do that. They do it by being out there, being an intern at some of these places, and they are learning how to be an apprentice. And so we know that helps because that develops their skill base. Continuing on with our adult education program, we have naturalization and citizenship classes. Also, online parent education workshops has been another highlight. They're able to do some of those courses in that manner. I know during the pandemic, many of them, all of them entirely, were being done that way, with a few exceptions for some of the hybrid programming that had to require them to be in person to take a specialized test. Parent and family engagement, that's something that we highlight every day. We ask that our principals, our teachers connect with the parents and the community. So there's different ways that that's been done. We have our community check-in surveys as part of LCAP also to engage our parents to see what are some of the programs they want to see in our district. We have town halls, and during this pandemic, I know I've hosted several town halls. So I know our principals have done those as well for their communities. They've done school town halls as well to engage the families, to engage the community. Our equity and access family engagement continually engages the community and parents with all the different programming they provide. For some of our parents, I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, but we have the school site council at the sites where parents could be engaged with the school, be part of that committee, know what's happening with the funds, know how a school develops the single plan for student achievement, which is the driving document that really spells out clearly how the school, notice I said the school, how the school community there decides to make decisions for funding for the programming at the school as to what works best for the students in that community. So that's been another way our families have been able to be engaged. The English Learner Advisory Committee is another program at the site that's made up of parents who have students in the English Learner Program. And also the parent booster committees. I know this is really popular at the high school. We thank all of our parents that have been part of boosters because we know the school can't do it alone. And so the booster programs really help support the funding and support for athletics, for cheer, for choir, for band, orchestra. Thank you, parents, for being involved through boosters. And also, as I mentioned earlier, our ethnic studies listening circles. You know, our community and parents have come out to provide their voice, to provide their input. So we thank them for this opportunity to be involved in the school and with our school district. I mentioned earlier our Young Learners Technology Initiative program. We held parent iPad information meetings, not one, but several, so that our parents would get training on how to use their iPad with their child. Our virtual Parent University Symposium Workshop Series is something that is ongoing. We continue to provide those parent workshops so that our parents learn and be equal partners with us, because parent engagement is not just being involved on a committee or being involved at school, but it's also about learning how to help your child at home. So it's something that I strongly believe that we have to train our parents to provide the support and resources so that they know how to help their children at home to the best of their ability. And so that is something that we are ensuring that we maintain our family well-being during this time period. And so we also have offered workshops on how parents could do that. And so we're excited to see those workshops. And once again, you can look at our district website and you'll find that information there. So as I close, I'd like to say thank you so much to all of our community, our parents, our teachers, our students, our staff, our administrators, our education partners for being on this journey together, because only together we are better and we are stronger. So with that, I'd like to say welcome to 2022, and 2022 will be a great year of accomplishments, of learning forward, building bolder. Thank you so much and have a great evening. Greetings, Hacienda La Puente Unified Community. I am proud to share how HLP-USD is embracing this year's theme of Learning Forward, Building Bolder, which is supported by our innovative programs that inspire students to be forward-thinking and advance our curriculum to build a bolder future for Hacienda La Puente Unified students. Our district was thrilled to return to in-person instruction this school year, allowing our students to once again take part in the programs and extracurricular activities they know and love here at Hacienda La Puente Unified.
Hacienda La Puente's programs and accomplishments have been recognized not only by our district community, but statewide as well. From computer science to speech and debate and athletics, we have received top honors in competitions, with many teams moving on to league and state championships. Several of our campuses have been named Title I Achieving, National Blue Ribbon, and California Distinguished Schools. Others have been presented with the Civic Learning Award and CSBA Golden Bell Award.
At Hacienda La Puente Unified, students can engage in learning opportunities that include STEM and robotics, STEAM, speech and debate, new pedagogies for deep learning, makerspace, JROTC, college and career pathways, and dual immersion programs in Spanish, Mandarin, and Korean. These programs foster creativity and an innovative thinking, as well as help students identify their talents, purpose, and passion.
They go through various culture activities and projects throughout the school year to learn about and to appreciate the cultures and traditions of China.
I like learning most about the Chinese cultures. You're able to experience new things with other people, and there are different ways from what you're learning at home.
Hacienda La Puente Unified continues to learn forward and build bolder in 2022. We will be launching an ethnic studies curriculum for TK through 12th grade students with a specialty course for high school students. We are also developing a virtual online academy and an early college program at Workman High School in partnership with Mount SAC, scheduled to launch in 2022-23.
Hacienda La Puente's Unified Speech and Debate program, our students focus on personal development, teamwork, empathy, and confidence that turns today's learners into tomorrow's leaders.
It's given me confidence in my voice. I still speak a little too fast, but not as I used to. I don't mumble my words. I'm able to enunciate and understand others. I feel as the speech and debate has already prepared me for the future.
Our TK through 12th grade students and adult education learners are provided with a multifaceted curriculum and extracurriculars, which support and challenge students academically, encourage them to pursue their passions, and know that no dream is too big. As always, we are proud to be HLP-USD.